This is how we do it. Hey, welcome back to the Steeler Weight Show. What a great win for our team. I did call the Green Bay score at 19. I picked 27-19, and we were at 20. I was like, no. When I first saw the 19, we were behind. So I was like, oh, no, all we got to do is this and this and this, and I could nail it. But I don't care. I got the W. It was a great game. It was fun to watch. They had this stat at the very end of the game. And my bride is sitting in her chair, and we're watching. And at the tail of the game, well, right before the end, they had this stat of like 90 games that Tomlin has won by one score. And I look back at my bitch and I'm like, this is why. Now, obviously, I've gotten older in the last 17 years, but I'm not like, why is Tomlin did all these gray whiskers? You know? Whoa. Been doing this a long time. You know? And this is how we win. Oh, God. You know? It's the way it goes. But what a great win. 200 yards of rushing. That's amazing. Amazing after the $160 we had last week. Come on. I think the best compliment I've heard out there was from the coach of, of their coach. And he said, we were playing up. That's all we wanted to do was just play the run, stop the run, stop the run. And we just kept on doing it. Kept on doing it. You know, you don't want to get too hopeful. I mean, I know there's Steelers fans out there like me that have a little bit of superstitions and have, you know, their things. One of my things is I don't want to brag too much on my rookie. You know, because something terrible could, you know. But there has been, there's been some juice. There's some juice going on out there. I saw that interview with Najee, and they're talking about, well, they like to do it, so we like to do it. We like to do it, they like to do it. You know, let's just do what we like to do. Running. Man, I know that there's a lot of Steeler fans and there are a lot of my viewers out there that are definitely part of the wave that came on to the Steelers through the Killer Bees. And completely legitimate reasons, I'm sure, you know, it is. There's an older crowd of us Steelers that really, on a priority basis, more prioritize a run, smash, and then older than those are probably even more smash, like, you know, the Franco and the Earl Campbells and, you know what I mean, just smash, smash, smash. You know, so it's, you know, we all have these different age groups. And I kind of fit into the people that just really like that clock to move and a great run, you know. I mean, I remember playing football, and his name was Cal Gempler was our coach, father of Carl Gempler, friend of mine. And I remember him saying he's like, hey, all you got to do is get 4 yards every time. And I was like 8, 9, 11, 10. I don't know how old I was, you know. And he's like, just get 4 yards every time. I was a center, you know. And it was like, oh, well, yeah, that's 12-3, you know? And it was just nice. It was just nice. The touchdown by Najee Harris, was he even touched? I mean, he would still be running. He would be still running to Oakland to try to get preseason tickets. The Athletics, you know? I mean, he was gone. It was beautiful. Beautiful. When Jalen went in, Jalen was on a mission. His first 100-yard game, I'm so proud of him. Both of them. Both of them. He was on a mission last night. It has to warm your heart. I mean, he is a Steeler. I believe Harris is a Steeler. It was wonderful. I tend to like these guys that really just like that run. Run, 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 run. You know, I probably got a little bit of that 9 and 12 games, you know, that we used to see in the AFC Central. But, you know, I've been doing it a while. I've changed, but I understand that there's a big fan group out there that want to see these big-ass numbers, you know. And, you know, you see the talent, and you know. But it was a great win last night. Great win. Yesterday, I should say. And as far as, like, I talked about Warren being on a mission. You've got to tip your hat to the old man. Patrick Peterson, I mean, isn't this exactly what we wanted? Wisdom, football IQ out there in play. It's happening, folks. It's happening. You know? We're getting these rookies out there that we fell in love with in the offseason. We're getting them out there, and they're doing well. JPJ. Kenny Benton. I bet Benton gets 2 sacks before the end of these next 2 games. How you like me now? Northern Killer. Because JPJ's a Raven Killer. Broderick Jones has already been a Raven Killer. And you watch. These next 2 games, Benton is playing tits. Awesome football, dude. Awesome. And they could, I don't know about the sacks thing, but that thing with him and TJ Watt, beautiful. And TJ hugging him. Oh, I love this team. It was so awesome. You know, the hard part, you know, obviously, got my notes. It was Kwon. And, man, he's just a really good guy. He seems like, you know what I mean? I know when Cole Holcomb got hurt, I was like, and then they moved it over to Kwon. And please don't take this in the wrong way, but like, I love listening to the interviews of Kwon, but I don't understand a lot of the words he's saying. I mean, I get it at the end, you know what I mean? And it's all typed out at the bottom of the screen. But I mean, I was like, oh, you're going to communicate? You know? And look, it was all go, 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 you know? And he got hurt, and I can't imagine the devastation this has got to be. I don't understand how Omar is going to handle this. I mean, this is just out of my league as far as my ideas, you know, it's just, he is in a tough spot, you know. I imagine he is scouring practice squad members. I don't know, man. Where are you going to get that Tyreek Carpenter started. And so he is the next one. Isn't that crazy to think that you came off the practice squad and now you're like the next one up in line? They talk about, one with the Steelers, one guy gets hurt and the other one steps up. Next man up, next man up. Well, this cat just got here. You know what I mean? Right? Carpenter? So, whew. But Omar is going to probably have to Omar's gonna, I don't know. These are the things I do not know. Where are you gonna get, I think the offensive line, that was beautiful with that running today. Beautiful. Isaac and they all did good. And with Cole, like that one run that Najee had off to the left, it was like 20 plus yards. And he goes over there and just bam, 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 Just like, yeah. And you can tell Cole is just a guy's guy. He is all about, like, if there's a spirituality about it, it is a masculine, just go, we did it, this connection. You can tell this guy's got a lot of heart. And that's tough sometimes. I don't know what the fuck is up with all these low snaps. Like, who could even say anything about what Mitch Trubisky did when he went in the other week when Kenny was out? Because fucking Cole was like, everything was 3 inches off the ground. I don't know, and he's still doing it. It's fucking up timing. And they talk about because effort goes a certain way, a certain distance. But there's talent. And but man, it's good to see that, like, that connection they had there, I don't know. As far as, like, that same guy player, hats off, Robert Spillane last night. He, Robert Spillane is very similar, to, like a Josh Dobbs. Look at Josh Dobbs. There's a lot of us Steeler fans that really had a liking for Josh Dobbs. And look at him he's doing good. He had that heart. He has that heart. Now, I don't know how far these things are going to take, but like with Robert Spillane, he had limitations. But man, he gave it all. He gave it all. And I don't know, it's... I saw some interviews after the game, and immediately they were talking about the ones I saw in the order that I seen. It was like communication, right? And I'm like, oh, well, shit, because I guess I figured that Roberts was going to take it when Kwon went out, right? So I'm thinking they can't be like dissing on Roberts because, like, that would be the hard spot for anybody to just start picking up the green dot in the middle of a game. Sorry, I know you prepare for it, but this guy is just barely more preparing for it than what happened with last week with Cole Holcomb, right? So, I mean, this is early stress. And, but then, it just didn't match up because Landon Roberts, he had a great game. He had a really good game. Solid football player, solid Steeler, right? And then I ended up hearing about Tomlin comes out. Well, I didn't hear about it. I saw Tomlin coming out, And he's more mad, before even things being talked about, he's mad about these third downs being converted, And he leaned towards the communication thing. And then I started watching more things. Somebody broke down some tape and, like, maybe these guys were saying Levi Wallace, hey, what's up? Yeah, I don't know. Who knows? But he is not, big plays are being played against him. And it's just the way it is. I was talking about Carpenter earlier, and there was another new cat that I talked about in the last podcast. I think I seen him on the special teams. I'm not positive, but safety Trenton Thompson. And there's this one picture where the broadcasters were having the camera set on Minkah Fitzpatrick, right? That's what the story was. That was the, what was happening with these announcers. Talking about Minkah being missed, something, you know. But you see Thompson right here. And I'm already a little bit excited about Thompson. Personally, that's just me. I'm a little excited about the guy. Like, and I'm thinking about, let's look at this opportunity, look at this life thing that's happening right now. This guy is standing there's Minka, player away from one of the best that's playing currently and could possibly be ranked among one of the greatest. If he's put in the right situations by us, he could be considered one of the greatest safeties ever. You know, and it just depends on how you look at it, because he's asked to do a lot, right? So I'm excited about that. Like, with that Trenton Thompson, man, he's big. Like, you want to be, they talk about converting, like they converted Neal, and this Carpenter guy was a safety that was converted. Like, to me, maybe, I don't know what the numbers are, but Thompson looks like he plays way bigger than Carpenter. I don't know what their numbers are. I need to check that out, maybe for the next one. But we had 17 points in the first half. That's amazing. Second week in a row, he scored on the opening drive. I mean, things are clicking, you know? You're going to see all these Steelers that are not in a very good mood about this game, right? They're going to diss on Kenny with a bucket and a quarter yards and this and that, you know what I mean? But think about what they talk about. They talk about the meat on the bone that's left out there. There's so much more we could be doing, right? Utilizing this. Utilizing the tight ends. Me, I talk about like this and that. What's going on in the middle? Like, they didn't throw anything in the middle. It's zero, right? All this meat's left on the bone. And we are winning. That has got to be exciting. We're playing at like 60% of what the fans think we should be playing, and we're still winning. Isn't that awesome? I mean, fuck. Can that sustain? You know, that's the new thing. Like, can the Steelers sustain winning this way? And I started thinking about it. And I started thinking about Kenny. Because a lot of people are coming down on him, obviously, during the game. Because we just ran for 200 yards. And I was thinking, they talk about fourth quarter Kenny. Mike Tomlin talks about the guy that loves, he's a competition junkie. And I'm wondering, can that same bravado, that personality, be translated into the stress and the pressure of a playoff game? Remember when Ben won his Super Bowl? He played okay. He was better than Kenny. But I mean, that second year, those games, he played well. It wasn't anything great, you know. When he got to the playoffs is when he went off. If you remember that, that's when he started shining, is when he got to the playoffs. I'm wondering if the same pressure that goes through Kenny's mind during these fourth quarter, last drive, winning drives, is that going to do some kind of a moxie with him? You know, like, is he going to be like, oh, playoffs, I have to win. It's fourth quarter for 60 minutes. Maybe that's Kenny. Maybe we just have to get him to the playoffs. And we are looking good. We're not looking bad. We have won 2/3 of our games. We have two terribly important AFC, I almost said Central, two AFC divisional games. And at this point right now, I would be happy with the split. But, you know, I want more. Folks, thank you. And I hope you had as good of a time as I did. I'm looking forward to this next game, this new week. And If you like what you hear, please press like. And if you'd like to be reminded that you liked something before and you want to like something again later, press subscribe, hit those bells, and it'll let you know there's something you liked earlier. I love your comments. Thank you very much for watching. I appreciate any of your time. Thank you again. Here we go, Steelers. It was a great win. We sacked the pack. It was awesome. Press like and all that. Tell your friends.